Greeting, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Donkey Kong Country commentary. And today we actually have a special guest along with us. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is BK Games, and I'm just really excited to be a part of the commentary today, and I'm excited that you guys asked me to come on.
Oh, sure, not a problem. We always love to bring people in. But
Yeah.
this is Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. I love this game. Can't say enough good things about this game.
Yeah. Well, some of the layer levels I don't like so much, but it's a pretty fun game.
Still my favorite of the trilogy, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, I totally agree about some of the later levels not being my favorite, but overall I do love it. And the second one I might like a little better, but that's just because of my childhood and the amount of time I played it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you,
my
Brock,
issue
because
with-
I prefer Donkey Kong Country 2 to Donkey Kong Country 1.
I think it's more for me is that I grew up with Donkey Kong Country 1 more so than 2 because when I was younger, my brother had the Game Boy Advance version of Donkey Kong Country, so that was the one I played the most. It wasn't until later when I grew up where I got introduced to the Super Nintendo to Donkey Kong Country 2.
The first one I played was just Donkey Kong Country 2, actually. Like, I played 1
Yeah.
after I beat 2.
Right, same here. I played the second one first as well.
So maybe that's why you guys have more of a preference for it than I do. Because like I said, yeah, I played the first game before I went to the second, and as of this point, I haven't played DKC 3.
Wait, you're not getting all the Kong letters? I thought this was supposed to be 100%.
I never said that. I've never 100% any of the classic DK games. I never bothered.
Yeah, especially when like you miss one Kong letter or something. It's too much of a hassle to go back for it.
Yeah,
Right.
I just never bothered with it. Usually in most games like that. Well, I shouldn't say that because funnily enough, when I was younger and I played New Super Mario Bros. Wii and DS, I made a goal to get all three of the star coins in each level. But for DK games, I never bothered with all the Kong letters.
That's really
Yeah, I
hard,
didn't
man.
either.
Like, getting all the star coins in the New Super Mario Bros. Games are actually pretty hard. Like, so what do you want about the
It wasn't
difficulty?
that
But
bad.
like, for some of the levels, right, they're pretty difficult.
Yeah, and the fact that you have to know a lot of the times where the bonus areas are beforehand, sort of. Like, as a kid, at least, I would never have guessed to take some of the actions it takes to get to the bonus areas, you know?
Yeah.
Very true.
Also, I hate these bees. Let me just say that I really hate them.
Oh my
What, the
god,
zingers?
I despise bees.
I don't really have so much of an issue in like the earlier levels like these ones, but when you get to the later levels, they are really obnoxious.
You mean when
with
they
the
have
placement
like
of those
2 dozen
bees.
bees on screen at the same time?
Yes.
Yes, and they're all rotating in circles where it makes it impossible to time it perfectly.
Oh yes, exactly.
And you
I
gotta
hate
time
that
it twice.
so much. Yeah, I hate that. Also, a funny little thing I wanted to bring up as a child because I said I played the GBA version of Donkey Kong Country. I believe they actually had a mechanic where if you killed a certain amount of enemies in a row, you got like a snapshot or something like that of them. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something similar to that. So whenever I play the Super Nintendo version, which is the one I'm playing now, I always keep expecting that to happen, but then I realize I'm not playing the Game Boy version. I'm not playing the Game Boy Advance version. I'm playing the Super Nintendo version.
So maybe this time you might
Also-
actually get all of them.
Maybe, most likely not. You know me. I always strive for just below the bare minimum. I honestly don't know how I messed up that rule there.
And I guess another reason maybe I like the second one is because I'm a Dixie fan. Like, I love the fact that it was Diddy and Dixie in the second one too.
I just prefer how Diddy controls like over Donkey Kong. Like Donkey Kong feels too weighty for me.
I'm of two mindsets. Like at certain times, depending on the situation, I prefer Donkey Kong, but other times when I'm trying to just play through a level as fast as I can, I usually switch to Diddy Kong.
Yeah. Like Donkey Kong feels really heavy in this game.
I guess that's what they intended, considering like Diddy's supposed to be the lightweight, faster but less durable character, and Donkey Kong's the more I say less and more durable, despite the fact that they both take the same amount of hits to die. But
Right, but Diddy is definitely a lot faster and more nimble in the game, though, for sure.
oh yes, absolutely.
It's really weird because like Donkey Kong actually feels a lot more like faster and fluid in returns.
I only played a bit of Returns when I rented it. I never actually beat it. I really gotta secure a copy for myself and play through that.
It's pretty good.
I heard it's hard as hell though.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
And another reason I think this game is so good in its own way, I hate water levels in like any game, but in this game the water levels are actually okay, and I thought that's like one of the best selling points of it.
Well, I still don't
There's
think
three
the water levels
platformers.
are that fun, but like they're at least better than Mario water levels.
If there's three platformers in which I actually can enjoy the water levels, it's four platforms actually. It's Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, Donkey Kong Country series, and Sonic games.
Wait, you actually like the
Because
water levels in Sonic?
well, for the most part they're fine. Like for example, in the underwater segments of like Hydrosity or something like that, it's not that bad.
Personally, I just don't like water levels. Like,
I guess for Sonic, the reason why I'm more okay with it is because they don't really hinder anything. Like you can still go practically just as fast on land as you could in water.
but like my problem with the Sonic levels then is just that the drowning mechanic. I don't like the drowning mechanic. Like it's just annoying to me.
And I completely messed up that shot. Thankfully, that's what editing is for.
Absolutely.
I also got to say, the Donkey Kong Country series in general has a fantastic
Yeah,
soundtrack.
it really does. I think it was David Wise who worked on this.
Right.
Yes, I believe so.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, he actually did the music work for this before he was even like a professional, professionally making music for games or anything. So this was kind of like what set him off in a way.
He came back for Tropical Freeze, right?
Yes, he did. But I forgot. Did he come back for Returns as well, or was it only Tropical Freeze?
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, what I like about the music in the game in particular is like it feels like you can really feel the environment with the background noises and the animals and everything. It feels like the level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And that was bullshit right there. Like, I bounced off the enemy, but I had no way of getting out of that.
So time for oh, you beat him already.
Well, most of the bosses in this game aren't really that difficult.
Well, what are the few like bosses in 2D platforms that are actually difficult?
Fair enough. I can't really think of many 2D platforms that actually give me a difficult time when it comes to bosses.
Well, except like the Mega Man games, but
if you have their weaknesses, no.
all right, specific Mega Man games.
Such as?
The Zero series to an extent.
Okay, well that's just the Zero series is just hard in general, so. But now we get introduced to our first animal. Well, it's no second animal buddy, Winky the Frog.
Yes, Winky is awesome. Yeah, we
He's
already had
probably my
Rambi,
favorite.
right? Rambi's in the first level, I think.
Yeah, I thought Rambi.
I prefer the Rhino.
No, my favorite is still my favorite will still always be Winky.
I just prefer like running into stuff, and you finally got all of them.
Oh yeah, but like I said, I won't make it a habit. Believe me. If the DK symbols are in my way, I'll get them. But if they're not in my way, then I won't go out of my way for them.
What did they do again?
They just really give you just extra life when you collect them all. That's really it. And I guess
okay.
100% completion. But like I said, I'm not really going for that in this run. So
Right, and interestingly enough, if you wanted to, you can get 99 lives by just repeating the first level over and over. I mean,
Yeah, that too. I mean, if you're really that dedicated and really want to ensure you got that life insurance, then yeah, you could do that.
I take it there's no infinite one-up trick in this?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
It's crazy how many Mario games have that.
Well, I think that's pretty much a Mario staple at this point.
Yeah.
And by the way, let me
What did you do that again?
Pardon?
What level did you do that? Like, are you able to do that again in Mario 1?
I think you can do it in World 1-1 if I'm not mistaken.
I wasn't it like World 1-2 or something?
Maybe I think it was either World 1-1 or World 1-3, one or the other. And let me just say, I hate the minecart stages in this game. Not so much the earlier ones, but the later ones I absolutely despise.
Alright, I have a question. So, did you play Returns enough to get to the rocket section?
Yes, I did.
Alright, what do you hate more, the rocket sections or the minecart sections here?
Okay, the rocket sections.
Yeah. That's the right answer.
Like, it's things like that that I hate the most. Because like when they put so many of those mine carts in your way and you try to jump over them, sometimes the hit detection is kind of messed up on them, so it looks like you hit them when you really didn't.
All you need now is like the Dark Souls "You Died" font.
You know, if I had thought ahead, I might have included that, but I didn't.
I actually don't mind the minecart levels in this game, to be completely honest.
It's only really the segments like where I get hit where I know I shouldn't have, or sometimes I swear I hit the A button, but the game doesn't register that I did, and I go flying into the cart anyway.
Yeah, like a delayed reaction type thing. Yeah, I can see those issues with it as well, for sure.
Like, other than that, the minecart levels are okay. Like, I don't have a problem with them otherwise than that, but it's just those little things that get to me sometimes.
Like the one thing I also kind of don't like about Donkey Kong Country 1 is like some of the level themes or like the world themes don't make sense.
Like,
Like sometimes sometimes it'll be like you're out in the open, but then you're in a cave somewhere. Like sometimes it doesn't feel like the levels move naturally like they do in a Mario game. And I'm not that much of a fan of something like that.
I'm just going to pretend what I heard. I heard any of that because Discord screwed you over entirely. But I think I get the gist of what you're saying. Is that you're just saying that like sometimes the level aesthetics don't really match up with where you are in the world map.
True.
And like that doesn't really bother me. Like as a whole, it doesn't really bother me because it's a video game, so I don't really care at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like I can understand why it might throw somebody off a little.
Right. And for me, it's just the way that they were able to take like this 2D, 3D hybrid type thing and do it. So I don't really care about the levels matching up as much as I thought it was just for a 1994 game. It's already so impressive, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It really
I
is
think
amazing what they did with a 16-bit console in 1994. Like, it really is amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like for sure, this is definitely one of the one of the best games graphically on Super Nintendo, no doubt about that. In fact, I think Miyamoto actually went on record saying I think he said something along the lines of the Donkey Kong Country series shows that gamers will be able to put up with mediocre gameplay if their graphics look good. And while I disagree with that to an extent in terms of the Donkey Kong Country games themselves because they're fun games and gameplay, but I think that statement somewhat does ring true in today's modern gaming era.
Yeah, I could see
Where
that.
a lot of the time where people will just say the graphics are good, but when you ask them about the gameplay, they just said, it's all right.
Right, but for me, it doesn't necessarily apply here because I do like the gameplay as well in this game. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it doesn't really apply to the Donkey Kong Country series at all because the gameplay is fun. Like if it wasn't fun, then people wouldn't play it.
right.
And I'm honestly not sure how I didn't run into that bee there because it looks like I should have gotten hit, but. Also, yeah, I knew we were talking about it before, but I really do love the like the little pieces that they add just to enhance the ambience. Like you hear like you hear dripping like water droplets in the background, or you hear like maybe like an animal chirp or something like that. It's just little things like that that are nice touches.
Right, and that's sort of what I was incorporating into what I was saying about the music. It isn't necessarily the music, but it's part of that entire like audio appeal of the game, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm alive again.
Okay. Also, this level, I will admit, this scared the hell out of me when I was a child playing it. Like
Why?
these levels always freaked me out. They always freaked me out because just those creatures with the red eyes, like not even it's not that they're even scary it's not really that they're scary by themselves. It's just that just the concept of them running around and them being invincible like that. It just kind of scared me as a child because I was always panicking like, okay, I got to get through here quickly before they kill me.
The stop and go gimmick is pretty good though.
Yeah, the gimmick itself is fine. It's just that, like I said, it scared me as a child.
Yeah,
Especially
I could see
sections
that.
like this.
Especially
the sections
considering
like
that
this.
you're trying to, like you said, you're trying to go fast, and then it's like anxiety combined with the fact that he has red eyes and everything. I could totally see it.
Yeah, and like right there where I usually always miss that one, so I just say, get out of there and just run for the exit. Also, Ramon, get ready for your favorite character.
Great. Yeah, she's not my favorite.
You don't like Candy?
I don't want to get into a huge rant. Maybe I'll save it for later. But
I would love to hear this.
yeah, I don't like Candy Kong.
Okay, what is it? Is it just the fact that she looks? Is it the fact that it's a human body with a monkey face?
Well, it's that and the fact that like it just why? Why?
Okay, then here I'll ask you this question. I'll ask this question then. Which is better, Candy Kong or Rouge the Bat?
Rouge definitely. At least she doesn't look terrible. Like at least her art style doesn't make her look even worse. Like the problem with Candy Kong is that she has the terrible art style combined with her terrible design. Like the art style in the Donkey Country games is like, at least for the classic Donkey Country games, is kind of like, it's kind of unattractive, but the way like the character designs are, it kind of just works well. But like for every other character except like Candy Kong, that is, she's the one character who doesn't have like a design that works with this art style.
Okay, when you say the art style, are you talking more like the official renders by Nintendo? Cause
yeah, the official renders.
Okay, because if you're talking about those, then I do agree to an extent because some of those look really odd.
Yeah, like this one dancing Donkey Kong on the world map.
Like when it's in the game itself, the models and everything, like the sprite work and everything is perfectly fine, but like the actual 3D models,
I wouldn't say so. Like sometimes the sprite work looks a bit bad, like the way some of the shadows work and stuff.
I never really noticed it, to be honest.
I don't know. It just kind of doesn't look that like attractive to me, especially compared to like some of the 2D stuff, like in Yoshi's Island. Like I personally prefer that over the way like they rendered these like sprites.
Well, that was more so because Yoshi's Island was like mimicking like a crayon like art book kind of thing, whereas Donkey Kong Country is more of like 3D images 3D models like flattened, not models per se, but like 3D images and stuff flattened. Well, to give the illusion of 3D three-dimensionals anyway.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that. It's just that I don't think it looks all that appealing in this game.
Okay, fair enough.
But that's just personal taste, really.